everybody, and welcome along to League of Europe. This is round number 4 of the season, and we head to another part of the United States. We're now at the Sunshine State in Miami for the Miami Grand Prix, situated at the Hard Rock Stadium at the Miami International Autodrome. My name is Jess Ball, and joining me once again in the commentary box, as per usual, it is Mr. Samari Walker, aka Mr. Evil Dragon. How you doing?
Well, hello everyone, and yes, welcome along to the Hard Rock Stadium, welcome along to the Miami Autodrome, and welcome along to the lovely League of Europe, Division 3, Season number 8 here on the F1 2022 game, on the old PlayStation series, and we've got a beautiful season still ahead of us. We've got 3 rounds down with another 13, 14-ish to go, if my maths, which are usually pretty terrible, is accurate, but with 25 drivers, Jess, vibing for points this season, the standings looking very, very nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. We may as well go through the standings if I can find them. Yes, there we go. I only have the top 10 on this image, but we will go through that. So last week's full race result, because obviously we had the sprint race and the main race, it was around COTA for the United States Grand Prix, and we saw Cam, the American who took his home Grand Prix race win, finally, and Chill, who took the sprint race win, could only manage second. But it was a great battle between those two. We saw MCR in third, who got consistently in the podium. To be fair, he didn't have a good sprint race, so him being on the podium in the main race was absolutely incredible for him. Ghost finished fourth. Then we have Aledi, Aboud, Pastor Jasper, Nansram, Chris, and Matt Tibos were your top 10 finishers in the main race in the United States. So, Liam, how does that reflect the standings?
It's going to be quite good. Of course, further down the standings, we've got a lovely little battle as well, but we'll go through that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Chill up front, 6 pointers ahead of Chris. Those two are going to be ding-donging off each other. Last race week's winner, Cam, he's got a quali ban, remember? After some infringements in the sprint race. So he's going to be starting right at the back, where he started just 7 days ago as well. So let's see what he can do. In terms of the rest of the field as well, outside that top 10, we have got Mr. Wowster in 11th, Matty in 12th, YHYY in 13th, Ghost in 14th, the Ramsan in 15th, Jordan ahead of Melty. Then we got Mr. Ryan B ahead of Slayer. And then we've got, of course, Maverick, Major, Marty, Jay, Alpha, and Ben all yet to score points. In terms of the constructors' standings, that's an interesting one. Aston Martin, they lead that so far on 54 points. 52 for McLaren, so a 2-point separation before the 2 British teams. A little bit further back, we go to the Italians then, and that, of course, the Scuderia AlphaTauri team. One of 4 Italian teams, kind of, on this order. Ahead of Red Bull, the sister team, then the Austrian-British team. And then, of course, ahead of the Italians, it's the Scuderia Ferrari on a circuit here in Miami, which, historically, you'd imagine they'd be doing quite well at. But we'll see. Williams then in 6th in the constructors, 29 points for them. Alpine in 7th on 25, 23 for the Silver Arrows. So they're really having an up and down season, but not as up and down as Alfa Romeo and the actual American team. Then Haas and Alfa both on 13 points respectively. So pair of them having a little bit of a struggle so far. Of course, last week they scored 5 and 6 points respectively. Mercedes scored only 1 point last week as well. So Mercedes hoping for a bounce back. Alfa and Haas really hoping for a chain of fortune. But a long season, Jess. Anything can happen.
Yes, I agree, and it's one of the longest seasons I'm going to be commentating on this game for a while, so if you didn't have a good first couple of races, you could definitely bounce back in this one. And we were wrong in terms of Camo and quali ban. He doesn't have a quali ban. He's 2 license points away from a quali ban, so I must have read that wrong somewhere. So he doesn't have a quali ban tonight, which is good news for him, but I need to actually see in the stewards' reports who has got quali ban, because I think a few people do. No, nobody has a quali ban for tonight, but Nansram got a 5 license points for collision with Matty. And we had Ryan Belshaw versus Chris, who received a 3-second time penalty and 2 license points for Chris. Pastor Jasper versus Melty, 4 license points for They Hate Melty for causing a collision with Jasper. Chris got a 3-second time penalty and 2 license points for causing a collision with Aledi. Matt Tibos caused a collision with Mick, so he got 5 license points. Giant Bravery got 5 license points for causing a collision with Matt Tibos, and then he got 5 for no POV. And 5 license points for Abood for causing a collision, and they get another one for no POV, so he's got 10. And the rest of them were no further action, and then obviously Cam got 10 license points, 5 license points for causing a collision, and 5 license points for no POV. So those were your stewards results for today. From last week, of course, and hopefully they won't get in the bibble, because there was quite a lot of stewards reports in D3. I think more compared to our divisions, but we're about to get into quali. We got 20 drivers in this field, and we got a new driver in the division. Well, he's not new. He got promoted to from Division 4 into Division 3 because he was absolutely rapid in Division 4, and I know that because I was racing him. It's another Ryan B. Okay, so we have 2 Ryan B's in this lobby, so it's going to get confusing for us, but we know that Ryan Belshaw is in the Williams anyway, so that's absolutely fine. So we'll just say Ryan B in the Mercedes, and luckily they got different numbers, so that's not a big deal. So
Jess,
yeah.
got a bit of news for you. Abode has a quali ban, however, says Cam.
Abode has a quali ban, okay.
So it seems something Abode's first sentence from that one. I'm reading the Discord chat. So they're having some fun.
They are having some fun.
Apparently there's been some shenanigans with the settings. They're trying to sort it out, so that's why we haven't started right on time. Everyone's having some fun. Right now I'm having some fun reading it so far. But, yeah, might as well as a Latifi AI whilst we're here, says Chill. Because we're missing one of the Williams. I think we've got all the drivers, I think, haven't we? We have got 20 now, so... there we go. Every single one of them are all here, so we're going to be getting to go any second. Realistic car performance question mark now. Yeah, we could win me that. That would be quite entertaining to see realistic car performance. Put the quick guys in the slowest cars and put the slowest guys in the quick cars. I reckon
it's happened before in another league, Liam, and it worked pretty well. What?
I won that champion. I won a championship while doing that.
Did you?
A Renault. And I won. That was on 2016. That was
before I actually started taking F1 game seriously. So
no, sorry, it was 2015. Well, to be fair, it was the 2014 season, but it was on 2015 I did that.
Oh, 2015,
yeah. We don't win that game. I mean, to be fair, has less glitches in this game sometimes. So I mean, you know, doesn't have the horrendous desyncs, and well, actually, that's a lie. It does have horrendous desyncs. To be fair, those desyncs are actually pretty funny because if you hit each other, you literally one of you goes into orbit. If that happened on this game and I saw that, I probably might die with screaming and agony because I don't know what I'd be saying if that happened, but probably going on the lines of, oh god, are absolutely diabolical at the same time, or both. Meanwhile, like, everyone, I think, pretty much has got green connections. We've got 2 people a little bit struggling, and no surprise, it's Mr. Cam, because he's from the US of A. We've got a Lady who's got a bit of trouble. We've also got Abo got issues with some slight connection. Everyone else seems to be good. So, a few cars with a little bit of issues, but in 20 seconds we're getting ready to go. Of course, remember, short qualifying, no formation lap as well, so we go straight in.
And we do have a formation lap.
We do have the formation lap. I thought we didn't. Do we now?
Yeah, we do.
Have we always had the formation lap?
Yeah, we had it last week.
Right, so what we've established is I can't remember what happened last week, what happened this week.
Yeah, I checked the settings just now. Formation lap is on.
There we go. So formation lap on. So never mind then. What do I know today? But someone's out. 0 practice today. Mick's excited. He's going to be. We've only got 19 drivers, it seems, in the session. So someone is disconnected, obviously, somewhere. Hopefully they can get in there. And then she'll say get in here, Mab. So it's going to be fun. I love reading the chat on in the background on the Discord because you get some interesting information right now. But here at Hard Rock Stadium, is it 18 minutes of qualifying ahead of the drivers? It's really going to get free flying laps, of course. Don't forget, you got to do an hour in lap, so it's free per each stint. So you're doing 9 laps total. You can stretch lap to 12 if you want to use another set of tyres. Not ideal to use all your sets to soft load, but to be fair, idle strategy, medium to hard around here. Soft tyres really are not ideal from personal experience. They can last up to 10, 11 laps, but you don't want to be doing that because if they get worn, they do die very quickly. As I'm sure, Jess, you know as well as me, the softs on this game, not ideal.
Nope, it's not. I did struggle with a little bit of grip around the softs around this track when it got to around about lap 7 or 8. So even though there was quite a few safety cars and a chance of a safety car is going to be quite high, so I think we can possibly see some safety cars in this race. So qualifying is getting underway, but let's have a look at the Miami International Autodrome track map. 5.4 kilometers long. It has 19 corners and it has 3 DRS zones ahead of the drivers, as you can see there as well. Plenty of overtaking opportunities and not much practice for the drivers, because obviously it's only been in the game pretty much since launch, and it has been on previous games as well. So for some drivers, it's their first race around this track, their first experience, and they got to learn the overtaking opportunities and the drives around them as well, because they can't really go for full sends this early on, because they're going to be in a bit of trouble. But let's head into qualifying. It is quite overcast here in the Sunshine State, so it's not sunshine as it's expected at the moment, but we have all 20 drivers in the lobby, which is great to see. I think one of them might be disconnected though, so what could... Oh, as we got Nansram that had a bit of a moment, gone to a bit of a spin, but what could you expect about the challenging moments around this track? Because obviously you raced here before, I raced here before. What makes Miami so difficult for the drivers?
Well, see, from commentating as well, I can really kind of get a bit of an idea, especially from racing, as, you know, I'll go and bother Harry, because he is actually starting his hot lap, and we'll take you around what the main challenging points, the main overtaking opportunities will be on this circuit, what the real challenge is. Of course, you come up down then, out of the last one, turn number 90, which is really a proper corner in my opinion, and then down towards turn 1. There's an opportunity in the first couple laps down to turn 1, but remember, very easy in terms of the speed around. And you can see the rear end into turn number 3. It's not easy. You can try and make an overtake into 4, but it is normally a 1 at a time. First couple laps, watch out for carnage through there, into 5, down into 6 and 7. Of course, you can run a little bit wide for the exit of this corner to open up the exit of 8, and then, of course, down the long straight. This is going to be an opportunity with DRS, a long, winding straight, or long, winding section. It's not really straight at all, to be fair. I think you only really get straight around about here. This is pretty much when it's straight, but it doesn't stay straight for long because it keeps turning, so not really a straight. Down into 11, opportunity down here, but you've got to make sure you get it stopped. And then, of course, if you're on the inside line or the outside of that corner, you get the inside for this corner. You can squeeze each other out. This complex, absolute nightmare normally. That chicane, I've seen many cars get launched. This corner, as long as it's not a desync, perfectly fine. There's an opportunity potentially down there into turn 16, but not normally an overtaking place. Really want to get a good exit down here onto the massive straight. Opens up midway down, and then, of course, in to turn 17. Very easy to snatch a brake and hit someone, but if you get it right up the inside, there's not a car directly ahead of that car, you can go up the inside. Of course, into 17, 18 and 19. If you go, you can get over the pit side by side through here to hit the shallow line. Harry, up to P1 right now with the quickest time, because he's the only one on a lap, but not for long, because we've got a few cars crossing the line right now. We've got the Ferrari of Jasper crossing the line as we speak, and he's hoping for a good result. He takes a nice shallow line, and that's what I said you probably want to be doing in qualifying. 1 minute 28.2. Let's cross the line. We've got the Haas, and I think that's Slayer starting his outlap. We've got a few other cars coming through the last couple of corners. You've got a Letty up to 3rd, Mick up to 3rd as well. Anyone else want to steal that 3rd? Chim, he's gone and stolen 1st position, 127.7. So the first real hitter in qualification so far. Now, Ramsam out already. Remember, Abode with a... well, with no qualifying. He is actually not here,
he's in the pits. He's in the pits. And he's in the Red Bull tonight.
He's in the Red Bull tonight.
Because he's a reserve. I believe.
So I missed that one.
Oh, actually, no, he's not a reserve. I believe he's full-time now. I believe he's full-time. So he's in the Red Bull for the rest of the season, I believe. I'll need to obviously double-check that. But we've got a few more people about to finish their laps. I think they're able to cross the line in 10. Quite close times already from all the drivers. Here we got Major then, heading towards the final corner. What could he do? 128.6 puts him in P7. Really, really good from him. We got, I think, one of the Mercedes up to the line. That's Matty. Someone just went to a spin now. I didn't see who that was. Matty, unfortunately, invalidated. And then I think we got Matt Tibos, who's going to come across the line now to finish off his lap. And it's a 129.237. So the common factor here, Liam, is a lot of invalidations already.
Yeah, it's quite easy, of course. The main invalidation points, that's going to be at turn 7. Very easy just to slight run wide. You can run right there and get away with it. So everyone's going to be trying to use that. And, of course, it's turn 14, 15 is the other one that's going to catch you out. Apart from that, not really many places you can invalidate too much. We've got Matty trying to go for a lap round, but he's kind of run out of VRS, so he'll be in the pit lane. Well, HYY so far in second, but it's Chill on provisional pole. Jasper in third, Ryan B in fourth, Chris in fifth, Harry in sixth, Cam in seventh. So Camalam in seventh position right now, and he's going to be saying hello to the back end of that Ferrari who's right in front of him. In fact, I'm pretty certain, as long as if they get them out of the way quick enough, they won't end up running into each other, the mechanics, and they do so that's good to see. Otherwise, that would have been an interesting incident. But Major down in 8th, Mick down in 9th, and Ledin. We're just waiting to see who else on a lap time right now. We've got a few cars on warm-ups, a few people in the pitch. We've got Melty and Matty on their outlaps respectively. We've got Melty, who, of course, with my lovely information, because he always gives me the info of who's doing what, has said that there is going to be a dry race ahead of us, so that is good to see as he lets through Marty. So we've got Matty, Marty, we've got Ryan B and Ryan B. So we're gonna have a nightmare today, Jazz, aren't we?
We are, but at least they're in different cars, both Matty and Marty and the 2 Ryan Bs. So we could just call them Ryan B in the Williams and Ryan B in the Mercedes. What about that? That'll be the way to distinguish as Melty's about to warm his tyres to complete his lap. And I think what's obviously different from Miami compared to obviously USA is the tyre deck is a lot harder as well to cope with in terms of the soft compounded tyres. So that's what they got to manage as well. But the hards, I ran the hards around here when I was doing practice earlier, and they were pretty decent around this track. As someone has gone off,
Matty.
Liam.
Yeah, Matty's spinning. That's gonna
Marty, not Matty. I think it won't be the first time Liam will get the names mixed up on the stream. So we do apologise. So that was, I believe, turn 2 and 3 that he lost it.
Melty, though, on a lap time. So let's see what he can do. Now, what he will do, you run. There we go. That's what he meant to do. Run quite wide. But this corner as well, it tightens on the exit and entrance. So we've got another car off. That is the exit of the chicane, unless they're just getting out of the way. I think that might be Matt Tibos. Who's gone spinning around up there. I'm just looking at the colours of the cars. I mean, there's a lot of blue. But meanwhile, the Alpine down on the brakes and into the tricky turn 11 into 12. Long right-hander. It just doesn't seem to stop. And all of a sudden it does right there. And you chuck itself in to 12, into 13 and 14. Hop over the curb. You can take a little bit more of the second part of the curve than the first. But if you've got the certain setup, at least you very much can. If you have got slightly the wrong setup, it's very easy to sort of bottom out and then you're in all sorts of troubles. And of course, don't go side by side through there. It normally doesn't end very well. And we've got an Aston Martin off down at the last couple of corners. I think getting out the way of 1 or 2 cars. In fact, he's getting himself back clear right now. In fact, there we go.
It's Melty. It's gone for a spin.
Yes, Melty has melted his rear tyres. Around the last couple of cars. I was about to say he was looking good right there, but before I even finished the sentence, he spun. So
he can read your mind. He can read your mind, Liam.
He doesn't want me to curse him, so he cursed himself before I could even think of what
exactly. Yeah.
Chill on a lap time up front. Meanwhile, he is the man who is kind of a star attraction so far this season. He's been so good. I mean, up and down for right now. He does actually, I think, in terms of the championship, he's currently, is he leading it? Chim, he is leading, of course. 5, 12, and 29. So he pretty much got the slam dunk last week, of course. Got a lot of points, apart from Cam, of course. He got 25 with the victory. But, of course, you remember, we had the 2 little sprint and the feature race as well. So that is why that might look a little bit skewed for him. He finished second, of course, in that race. He chops over the curb. That's what you can do around this corner. You can really hop the curbs around it and pass all the zoom signs on the right, which is always a good way to communicate as well, past all the Aramco signs as well, and all the way down the nice long straight. Like I said, widens open. This is really the nice opportunity to overtake as you pass the Hard Rock Stadium on the left, which of course as well is the pit lane. Down they come into the last real corner on this circuit. But to be fair though, these 2 corners can still catch you out in the wet, though it looks like we're getting a full dry race. Chill though, take it nice and shallow across the line, and does improve even another 2 tenths quicker. He's now nearly, what's that, 7 tenths quicker? But not by long, because here's Jasper, now 1 tenth behind. So There's your benchmark, and Jasper nearly matches it. So there we go. First real hot shots then. We've got Matty off then. He's dropped it on the exit of, that is turn 13 before the chicane, isn't it?
I think that must be the crest area.
No, it's before the crest, yes. He's dropped it early. I'm just riding board with Ryan B. I just caught the end of it.
Which Ryan B?
The Mercedes Ryan B, but he's gone way past it now. So what he's done, he's probably gone on the... But it's not even got on the curb, because it's not a curb out there. It looks like he's dropped the rear as he's trying to come around for the next bit, and he's just put him in the wall. Ryan B, 1994, by the way, he's currently provisionally looking like he's got a good second sector. He was 70 thousandths up on the pole position lap time. Comes through the last corner. This could be very good for Ryan B. Let's see if he can do it. Up the left, into the right, hold the line all the way to the straight. And he goes up to P4 then, so an improvement, but he's still, what, 7/10 off the pole position so far. That, I would say, the top two, those are phenomenal lap times so far.
Better than me. I think they're like 2 and a bit seconds quicker than me. Actually, almost 1.8, 1.9 seconds quicker than me. So, yeah.
Well.
That's why I'm in the D3 commentary box, not racing in D3, to be honest. That's why I'm racing in a D4, which you can actually watch later at 8:10 this evening, along with Division 2, as someone has gone off again, or it might just be people moving out the way to finish their laps as Chris comes up to the line. He was 3/10 up on his previous race, 1:28.1, so that puts him provisionally into P4. We have got, I think, a Aston Martin who just came across the line, but I think he's about to stall. He just started his lap.
Yeah,
he's just started his lap, Marty. So he will find some time. Chris's teammate, though, Ghost, who performed really well last week in the full race as well, gambled on quite a few strategies, which paid off for him. And he is a driver that likes to play gambles, but you can't gamble on everything, because I've taken quite a few gambles on F1 games in races, and quite a lot of them never pay off. There is only a few occasions where it does, but taking risks is just all a part of racing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing with gambling in these conditions, you can win 200% of your race result, or you can lose 100% of it. You can do the maths on that one. But, meanwhile, Major, he's majorly going up a little bit of time. He's now up, no, he's down again, because who's improved right there? Someone just jumped up. Whitehead, we've got... Is that Matt Tibbos up into 7th position? That is now? Yeah, Matt Tibbos up to 7. But yeah, like I said, we are here in Miami. Of course, gambling is quite popular. But of course, if you're gambling, you're going to be going, of course, next year. And that is the lovely Las Vegas circuit, which I'm excited for that.
I'm excited to see how he does it.
The ticket prices. If you look at the ticket prices, I think you'll disapprove with it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the ticket prices. I thought Silverstone was a lot of money, but
that's nothing compared to 100 grand you're going to spend for some hotel rooms for a weekend.
And yeah, that is kind of interesting as well, as I think Abu may go out for an installation lap to serve his quali ban in just a second. But I've just seen what Abu put in the chat, and if he didn't have a quali ban, in a league race he did on Wednesday, he set a 27.2. And that would have put him on pole position at the moment, as Marty's gone off.
Dropped it, turn 8. Let's see who's going near him. We've got Melty, so let's be a thing. Got on the curb, dropped it. He's dropped it round. Yeah, he's dropped it there. Gone. So yeah, he's
similar to Gasly and Norris, what they did.
There it is. Kind of similar. And remember, these cars, I mean, these Formula 1 cars, these 2022 cars, all the downforce really is generated underneath the car. So if you bottom out and get on the cut, there is basically no hope for you. You have got lost all the downforce, all the ability to do anything, and you're going to be straight around. And next thing you're knowing, you're seeing the lights, the flag, and probably some ambulances come to the scene of your remains off the side of the circuit. Though, hopefully not that in a league race. Though, to be fair, I have seen people get horribly injured in league racing, but especially if you've got a direct drive wheel. Those things are very scary. I've seen what they can do to arms. I don't want to see that happen to anyone in
or any of us, Liam.
Yes, and no, well, I don't think either of us two are going to use direct drive wheel anytime soon, because our arms might not exist at the end of it.
As Melty had a bit of oversteer there going to the final corner, and he's going into the pits now because of it, so he'll have to do another lap very soon. Jasper is getting a bit of a tow from his teammate. Will that tow help him? We'll have to wait and see. As we'll see what his middle sector is, actually, as we head towards the corner, which reminds me of a certain circuit that I didn't like I'm glad it didn't even race on F1 because obviously COVID. Do you know what that circuit is, Liam?
Yes, it's the old Hanoi Vietnam circuit.
Yes.
Now that's, which of course it might never have ran in the first place because of course there was a lot of corruption issues around there apparently. So that probably is the reason we've never seen it. It would be quite nice to see it on this game if they want to add it. They perfectly could.
Maybe DLC.
I wouldn't mind it. It would be really nice. I mean, it's a circuit we never saw. I mean, they only really had it on one season. I mean, why not add it? It's on the same engine, but Jasper up a little bit quicker, a bit twitchy, though. That's not going to help him. He might still improve a little bit. That's not really going to be ideal. And yeah, he lost 10th there, so that little bit of twitch, that slipstream really, in fact, didn't help him at all around here. And see, they might return the favour, to be fair. The Ferrari's not too far behind, so they might do that. Mick down there in 16th position. I do like seeing a Mick in a Ferrari. If you know, you certainly will know, of course. Mick Schumacher with a Mick. That'd certainly be a love story to see him in a Ferrari, but that's always can be seeming a trouble, though. Let's see what he can do there. One day, you never know. Sounds like he might be leaving the Ferrari Academy, actually, Mick Schumacher. And you know what I said about the Ferraris might work together, Jess? Look, they're going to do it. So, teamwork here. They're going to get a double toe right now, because they're going to have an Alpha Tauri there just ahead of them. He gets out of the way.
Oh, God, that was so close. I think Mick's lost a bit of time. I think Mick's lost a bit of time now, unfortunately, so the toe did not pay off. Which Alpha Tauri was it?
Wasn't Mr. Wowster? It'd been chill. That'd have been chill. It's
not Mr. Wowster because he's a little bit further back from his lap, so it would have been chill.
I don't think there was any ill harm. Meanwhile, talking of Ferraris having a little bit of trouble, he's gone and spun on that curve. That's Jasper, and he got stuck there a little bit.
Oh, beached. He probably got beached, Liam,
He hasn't beached it, but he's trying to do a 3-point turn in a really awkward position. Luckily, the ghosting system's helping him out there because you don't want to be stuck there. I've seen that before. He's going to pull to the inside, let the Williams go. But Mick, let's see, up to the line. I didn't see his sector split. We've got 50 seconds on the clock.
And he's already
Mick would dearly love 16. Goes up to Rev, so it does improve by 5 temps, but a little bit unideal. Like I said, chill. I don't think that would have held him too much, but that was a little bit close. For Comfort Chillo, starting his last lap in this session. Jasper is not going to get pole. YHY High is currently 76,000 down. Got a few cars. Got another car he's dropped it as well. Is that the other? That's another Mercedes. Then that's Ryan B. Same corner. Same position. We saw another car of spinning there, so that was Marty. So a lot of people, and another one's gone off down there. Is that Mr. Wowster this time around? That's not Mr. Russ. That's Chill. That is Chill. Your man on provisional pole has gone off the circuit, turn 7 and 8.
And invalidated as well.
Yeah, he's invalidated as well. That's unsurprising. I mean, his lap was gone because he spun, but invalidates it. Meanwhile, YHYY is not on a lap time. Chrysler is on a lap time. He is 3 temps up, coming in toward the middle split. And let's see what's he going to do. Take it a little bit wide, cut it in nice and early. Get on the power. I'll throttle it. Hits the curb nice and well. Now it's all the way down the straight. Does lose a tenth or two low. So it did lose a little bit of time then from the start to the middle sector right there. But now you've got a long straight. Remember, if you have a bit of time loss, you're going to be punished all the way down here. The McLaren up the road, though, lad of Ghost, going to give him a tow, it looks like. So the McLarens looking like they're going to be working together. A few crossing line right now. I'm looking to see why weight does not improve. We've got an Aston and a Ferrari, both coming in the pit. Then we've got an Alpine, so it looks like the McLarens are going to give each other a little bit of a tow if they're close enough. A 10th up. I tell you what, if I was Ghost, I'd be backing off a little bit right now because he's too far ahead to give an ideal tow, but he might give a little bit right now. It's down to straight. This could be potentially pole position. That tow's really not worked for him because he's not getting anything. He might have got a little bit, but he's not got enough. Creslow up to the line, 2 temps up then in the middle sector. Would dearly love a pole position this afternoon. He's not going to do it. Does improve by a 10th, but he stays then in 5th position. Just a couple of 100,000 behind YHYY. By the way, a little bit of information on the Ramsam, why he did not finish a lap time. He had a issue with his force feedback, it looks like, so that is why he doesn't get a lap time. And he says that he had calibration. You should hit the throttle until 50%, nothing happens. All of a sudden, it hits 100% power. So that looks like a potentiometer issue, potentially. Chill saying he has 33 skill issues in the circuit. Melty saying he was purple sector 1, but he spun. So
that would have been pole. That would have been pole position.
It could have been. I mean, Melty's a very good driver, in my opinion. He's been very cruelly unlucky. I've seen him before. He's one of those drivers who's always good to see. I mean, commentated him last season, got a victory or two, but then, of course, had a lot of rotten luck. Here and there, hit the wall a few times. In fact, remember, catastrophically him hitting the wall at a race around Hungary, which is, well, you can imagine what I said through that one of a certain 1995 vibe, the car coming into the pit lane. Was literally what I said on that one. But yeah, that was a little bit awkward. Seen it a few times though at Hungary, although I'll be surprised to see anyone hit the pit wall here at Miami, because it is quite a long way off circuit. Though to be fair, if you do get size of a bit of contact down there, it is a very easy thing. You might get fired into it, but let's hope that doesn't happen. Nice clean skies ahead of the Hard Rock Stadium then. Here today. This is going to be an entertaining race.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to it as well. And yes, as Melty was saying, it is not just dry, it is completely dry. No cloud in the sky around the Hard Rock Stadium, which is really great to see. And will we see people hold their positions, or will we see some nice creative overtakes around this 5.4 kilometre circuit, which has 19 corners and 3 DRS zones? And we may see some challenging situations for the drivers. We could see some safety cars. We could see some tricky situations where people bin it in a wall. We don't know what could happen. So we are going into the races. I've just turned my sound down because I just realised my end, not your end, but my end, it was very loud. So I had to turn it down quickly before we get started again. But we will look at the tyre choices for today's race, and obviously no soft tyres, because you don't want to be running the soft tyres around the Miami International Autodrome. But we got the top 5 on the hard tyres, from Chill down to Chris. We got Harry F on the mediums. We've got Router and Melty on the hards. We got the 2 Ryan B's on the mediums. That is interesting to see. We got Mick and Cam on the hards, Slayer on the mediums, Ghost and Matt Tibos on the hards, Major on the mediums, and Aledi Aboud, Nanshram and Mavti on the hards. Don't forget 3 tyre choice scores on F122. It's not like last game or the last few games where if you're starting the top 10 you have to start on the tyre you think you're fastest at, but you can start whatever tyre you want in, no matter where you are as well. So are you surprised to see a lot of people choosing the hard tyres? Because I'm not, because the hards do feel nice around here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. And talking of America, it's been given an American burger. So there we go.
Hey.
I've got a nice American burger to nibble on during this race, as well as you got a nice lot of action coming ahead of drivers. But Jasper in P2, Chill in P1, Jess. This is going to be entertaining.
Yep, it is. We've got quite a few predictions on who I think is going to be doing well, but in terms of the championship as well, people that I would be expecting to be up there. Bode down in 18th, obviously he's got Quali Ban. Matt Tibos only down in 15th, he's currently sitting in P9 in the championship, and he's got his main rival Jasper in P2. We've got Chris only down in 5th, so out of the championship contenders really, because MCR I believe is not here tonight, Chill's going to be the one that has a huge advantage going into this race. He can gain a massive hole of points if he can keep that lead. But as we saw last week, Liam, basically the win can be won from anywhere as long as you get it right, and sometimes it does come down to luck, but you also got to have the pace as well. But we got Jasper that didn't park onto his grid slot correctly, neither has Chris, and how many more drivers are going to do it? That's a 3rd driver that has done so. Please don't be any more. I'm going to say 5 people will get disqualified from the formation lap. I might be wrong, but the final few drivers will go into their grid slot. 4, that's 4. That's 4. I was close. I got 4. There we go. But Liam, over to you.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 red lights ahead of the drivers. Look, Benevis there in the Sunshine State because of the Hard Rock Stadium. We're underway. Looks like Chill got a good start. What about Jasper? As he comes alongside Martin on the outside line into turn 1. One car up the inside. We're going to be at contact at turn number 1. The Ferrari's going to be very lucky as he comes through. 1, 2 cars going wide in the background as they slow themselves then into turn 2, into 3. Harry on the inside. But it looks like I think everyone, Jess, for the start of this race has gone off the line relatively correctly, apart from 1 or 2 cars in the back.
I think Melty and Aboud made contact with each other. We got a virtual safety car then. So there must be a bit of debris happening somewhere, but they're all lined astern at the moment. everybody, so no major issues, but I'm just trying to see. No, we do have a major issue. Melty has got front wing damage, so he'll have to come in into the pit lane, as we got an interesting things that happened in the VSC. I wonder if they had a legal overtake. Matt
Major
Tibos.
just overtake, Ram Sam there. I've got that Delta glitch.
Yeah, it's probably the Delta glitch, which has happened.
Oh, and they ran
God.
into each other. It was always a
5-second
fear.
penalty for an annoying yellow flag. That I think is going to be looked at properly, because the Delta glitch is awful.
Anything. Yeah, no one could do anything right then. And Ramsam's got really caught out in that when they're getting back going right now. He's probably wondering, what on earth just happened there? But we're back racing again. The Ramsam race has been absolutely ruined by that one. In fact, he's going in the wall. He's going to be careful here, because he's going to have a lot of cars coming up behind him. If I was him, I'd be getting out the way, because this could get very, very sketchy very quickly around here. But they all just about survived that.
Oh,
up front, though, we've got Chill and Matty. Harry's having a moment. Harry's in the wall. He's been put in the wall. Can't go with Jasper. Jasper's going to come straight to the pit then. There's more contact.
Chris.
And McLaren, they're getting involved. That's Chris. I think he's chopped his front wing. He's got front left end plate's gone on Chris's car. YHYY involved a little bit as well. But all again, just here in Miami, I've seen it before. I've seen it again. Lots of trouble around here. It's such an easy. It's so fast around here. It's like Jeddah, kind of. But people get used to Jeddah around here on this game. Miami, not only people will be their first couple of times around here, so they're getting caught out.
Oh, YHYY could potentially go for a move in turn 7 now. The stewards have told everybody to keep an eye on certain corners for track limit. I think turn 8 is one of them, and the entry of turn 14, which is understandable because that's where the crest is. There are a few times where people can cut it and the game basically rewards you for a yellow flag. That's a Letty. Aledi is out of the race. Will there be a safety car? I don't know. Well, YHYY got the move on Chris, because there's no yellow flags where he is, so he's got the job done. No safety car, because I think it was off the circuit.
It's right on the racing line, Jess, to be fair.
That is
weird. Right on the racing line. Now, it might just be, we look at here, we might see the Ultimate.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Thank God for the ghosting system. Thank goodness for the ghosting system.
No, it looks like we're not going to get a safety car then, so that's a shame. I'd love to have a safety car from a Ram 7 Melty's perspective, because they've been rather buggered. Mick and Cam, meanwhile, go battle then, as that is Cam up the inside of Mick. Mick, they're trying to do the old switcheroo, can't quite do it there. 1 or 2 cars up the road doing that. In the pit then comes Chris, because he had damage a few moments ago. Ryan B gets up a position, because in comes a few other cars as well.
The one who got caught in the pile-up, Harry F and Chris, they had to come in.
And yep, a few issues, but another yellow flag, and who's that? Is that? Don't tell me that. Is that a Bode? He's a Bode's dropped it now. That is a yellow flag.
Let me check. Yeah, it's another VSC.
Another VSC. More damage done then. 5-second time penalty for Matty, speeding in the pit lane. So, so far, Jess, a pretty predictable race led here in Miami. I feared that something like this could happen around here. It's nothing on the driving here, but it's just the circuit. It's very easy to have a mistake on. And when you make a mistake with the high-speed nature of it, you're going to pile into each other. So, not passing any blame on the driving. It just seems the circuit very difficult and very easy to make a mistake as well. So, I haven't seen any major pile-ups, though. Just a few niggling issues here and there. As we get back ready to go in just a few moments time. We'll say, by the way, my burger was very nice.
Lovely.
So,
did your mum deliver that to you, I guess?
No, my brother did.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Brother likes burger. Haven't had one for a while, so there we go. It was a McDonald's burger. If you're wondering, yes. There we go. So there we go. That's American. To be fair, Americans like
Big Mac
quite a lot. Big Macs, of course, in America. Although in America, everything's 10 times bigger. So, yeah, I don't want to eat an American burger, because I don't know what happened. I might die from it, because they're massive. Meanwhile,
Ghost!
Drive-through penalty, speeding on the virtual safety car. Now, unfortunately, things have only got bigger for him in terms of penalties. That's not ideal. As we go back racing again, is Ryan B going to have a look on YHYY down towards someone? Got one car off then. That's Mr. Wowster, who drops it at the last corner up the inside. Is not going Ryan B, as they all slot themselves back through. Have he got damage with Mr. Wells? No, we haven't, but off the road, that's Marty! Marty's dropped it! Marty's lost his front wing in this race! Big issues for Marty, and there's another car, Jess, who's having issues. Up goes 2 or 3 cars up the order, and A little bit squiggly as well is Ryan. It is proving like a difficult challenge right now. I tell you, Marty's going to be in all sorts of trouble. He's going to have to hop out the way, I reckon, because he's going to get a warning flag. Another car off. That's Harry F. And if I was Marty right now, I'd be pulling over because you do not want to be ahead of these guys coming into this section because it will not end well.
Now, I have seen big pile-ups there before, but to be fair, on the straight, he's not too bad, but he's going to lose quite a lot of downforce. Move out the way, Marty. Just go off the circuit. He's not going off the circuit. The people behind him are not going to like that. You're going to lose a lot of time. I think they'll probably get him on the straight. That's probably why they're waiting a little bit.
You know what? For no nose, Jess, he's got quite a lot of downforce still. So
yeah, he might be running a straight line speed setup, Liam. He might be running a setup that's good for straight line speed, and doesn't matter. So here comes Cam.
YHYY as well. Let's see up front. YHYY, is he thinking of it? No, he's not. Cam gets the position done. No surprise there.
What about the others though behind Marty? Mick? Can Mick get it done?
Yeah, he'll be straight in the pitch, just he's got no nose, so yeah, he comes straight in as well. Oh, God, contact of Ryan B and Y8 getting awfully close on the exit of the last corner, up towards turn 1, late braking up the inside goes Ryan B. He's going to be squeezed out wide here. A little bit, he has to back off though. They give each other enough room. He does give him some space to fight back, and now outside and inside for a hit. This will be brave around the outside into turn number 4. Swoops around the outside, can't quite do it. Have the inside here, has to back up because that corner tightens. And then you come into this tightening, long, but even tightening on the exit. Almost like a Malaysia-esque corner at turn number 1 and 2. Or Shanghai, it just tightens. Then you get the back of the power. Meanwhile, guess who's leading this race? Chill. He's just chilling right now, isn't he? I can say that.
It was similar to what happened in the sprint race last week. He was absolutely loving life at front. He had a comfortable gap as well, so maybe he just liked this track. And to be fair, his lap times are very competitive on the hard compounder tyres, so maybe starting on the hard is a not too bad idea after all, and that's probably why a lot of people started on the hards. Not much of a pace difference actually between the hards and the mediums, and even YHYY is catching up to Ryan B, so and don't forget the mediums do go off very quickly as well. We do expect the guys on the mediums to pit around lap 13, whereas the hard lap 16, so 3 laps difference only on a track like this. I mean, it doesn't matter what time you start. Oh, it's Ryan Belshaw is trying to get past YHYY there. Has the bit banging wheels. It's not very happy at all as they go side by side into the start-finish straight. The other Ryan B is going to absolutely love this because he's going to have a comfortable gap in P2, and Cam's going to be loving this because he's catching up to them as well. But that was a bit argy-bargy, you two. You don't really want to do racing like that, but it is a hard circuit, to be fair, to try and make moves anyway. You've got to take risks, and if you don't take risks, then you're not a racing driver at the end of the day. You don't really want to play it too safe as they head towards turn number 7 as YHYY has bad traction coming out this corner, so he could get the move done here. He's got 32% ERS, and one thing I've noticed on these drivers today, you're using way too much ERS, and it's going to be hard for everybody to charge their battery once again, because to be honest, they don't recharge as much on this circuit due to the fact that a lot of it is high speed. As Ryan Belshaw has defended YHYY there quite nicely, heading into the Vietnam corner, as I like to call it, and now heading up towards the crest section. Oh, very tight, and be careful you don't cut that. Stewards are keeping an eye on that as Major gets past Valter for P8 then, so Major's doing a good job. One thing we haven't talked about is positions, and I'll keep an eye on the battles as we do so, because YHYY is looking to be very close on Ryan Belshaw. He's going to take the right-hand side line. He's going to go around the outside. Can he hold his line and hold his nerve? Someone has dropped it, I think. We'll keep an eye on that in a minute, because this YHYY and Ryan Belshaw battle is really holding up. Ryan Belshaw, by the way, up 7 positions, and YHYY is looking to gain 1 position, heading towards turn number 1, probably a bit later on the brace potentially, but YHYY's got the job done. He's got the job done. He's gained a position up into P3. Now he's going to chase down Ryan B again for P2. It looks like Ryan Belsh could go up a move again, but let's look at positions game. Major up 8, Ryan B up 7, Ryan Belshaw up 6, Cam up 7, Mick up 5, Slayer up 6, Matt Tibbles up 5, Matty up 4, and Chill basically stay where he is, and so it goes. Biggest losers, Pastor Jasper and Marty down 9, Chris down 12. Harry F down 7. Valter up 2 as Cam is looking like he's going to get the move on Ryan Belshaw. So one of them be struggling a little bit on those tyres. Those tyres are starting to get into the window. That was very tight through the Vietnam corner. They have to say heading through the crest now. Leave as much space as you can. I don't think... Oh, there was a bit of a sliding moment from Ryan Belshaw there in the Williams. And I think that will allow Cam to go for the move soon. I think we've got Mick right behind him as well. Slayer, we've got a massive DRS train. But Cam is using all his DRS. He only got 6. And you lose so much power if you get below 10%. So here comes Cam in the Red Bull, looking to climb up in this championship, having a decent season so far. I think there's only one race where he hasn't scored points this season, but Cam got the move done on Ryan Belshaw now, and I wonder if Mick's going to get past, because Mick is not that far behind.
Well, yeah, but Ryan's going to come straight back low on the outside line, late braking then. Let's see, can he go right in the rear around the outside? Cam's going to have to try and hold as much power, but those mediums still going to be pretty feisty, and good defensive and good attacking driving for the pair of these drivers. Ryan Belshaw, as his name is, of course, putting up a very decent fight right now. Just look how quickly YHYY has got. If Cam wants this position, he's going to have to get him down into this complex here. But remember, he's got basically no ERS to fight. Meanwhile, talking of ERS, looking behind, look at Mech, he's got 50% of it. So he could push a lot, as well as Slayer. These two have used a lot less ERS. They can just sit back right now. They don't need to burn all of it and wait for these guys to try and battle or back themselves up, and then you can try and make those moves. You're on that 8 of 29. Cam closing up. Not going to make a move down into turn 11 as yellow flags, and that is
Marty again down in 12th position. Oh, and, Jesus.
He was just trying to get out of the way of Harry there, but nearly ended up. Luckily, the coaching system helped him right there, because otherwise they'd have been inside each other, which is not normally ideal. Meanwhile, Cam, again, trying to get past this car, and he's saved a little bit of ERS. He just can't use any of his ERS at this stage as well. Ryan B can, and he can try and take a dive from here, but there'll be contact. He'll be brave. He thought about it as suddenly closing up behind him. We got Mick a little bit deep low for Ryan B. His tyres starting to die. You can definitely see a bit of graining forming on the rear left side. A little bit twitchy here and there. But Cam just not able to pile on the pressure right now. He just has to sit back, has to relax a little bit. And this is the situation in this race. You get to this stage, you're in a DRS train, you got to keep a cool head. You just do not want to throw it away right like that. And there is Ryan B. Why did I say don't throw it away? He drops it into the wall. That is going to be a safety car. And it is certainly a full call safety car. And well, Jess, I was going to say Cam has to be a bit patient. He doesn't have to be anymore, because Ryan B's done it for him. So, well, there we go.
Wow. That has changed quite a few things in this race. Now, the hards can last 22 laps. And if you're on the mediums, then it's a no-brainer to pit. If I was Ryan B, Slayer, Ryan Belshaw, Major, Melty, you've been given a huge lifeline. Just come into the pits, get your free tyre stop, your hard compound tyres should get to the end, no problem. If you're on the hard tyres now, you're going to hope for another safety car, because otherwise you may not get free pit stop out of this, but we may see some people may go to pit anyway and see they can try and stretch the No, they're not going to get the mediums to the end of their pit now. So, but if I was on the mediums, I would pit, but if you're on the hard, you would have to stay out, as Chill says that. But we may see some medium runners stay out anyway.
If I was Ryan B right now, I'd be coming in for a set of hard.
Yeah, he comes in.
Go to the end, and then you can cover off if it's late safety car. Go on a set of soft tyres.
3 second time penalty.
Yeah, in comes second, in comes third. So some of the hard compound tyres coming in as well. I'm guessing this is for a set of medium tyres, Jet. And then they're going to go either on a set of softs at the end if we get a late safety car, but they will have to stop one more time. So it's a risky strategy, but there's a point to it.
There's a high chance of a late safety car, though.
A 5 second time stop-go penalty for Cam right there as well. He was in the pit lane for a long time. I don't think it said he had a 5 second stop-go penalty, did it?
Can you double check for me, Liam?
Let's have a look. He was in the pits a long time. Looking at.
It might have been. He just caught off guard. He might have just been caught off guard a little bit as well, or it might just be a slow pit stop, because they turn in. You have to do the turning yourself by pressing a button, and he may just press the button too late as well.
Yeah, I reckon he is. He hasn't got a penalty. We've got a few people. Matt Tibbles had a 5 seconds. Ramsab had a 5 seconds. 5 seconds into Matty. Drive-through penalty was for Ghost. I think he served that already. A lot of people on warnings as well. Abode recently got a 3-second time penalty as well. So a lot of track limit extensions. A lot of people having issues. Naramsam a warning for crossing the pit exit line. I'm seeing we've had a few people of contact. We've had warnings on the first couple laps. Y8's Chris Melty. That was why Melty spun contact with Cam. It looks like collision with Cam, so that is what I'm seeing right there. Major and Ghost having issues. Matt Tipples, of course, having a 5-second. That was with ignoring yellow flags. Chris with a contact with Pastor Jasper with a warning as well. So a lot of contact on the first couple of laps with other cars on the first 2 laps. They're definitely cooled down a bit right now. I haven't seen any other contact warnings, but indeed repairs as well for pit stops for Jasper, Melty, Ramsam, Harry, Matty.
You're right, Liam. I think
I'm just choking.
You're just choking. I will
Chris,
carry on.
Matty, Naramsam, also with that as well. Cam, Ryan B, and then we got Major Matt Tibos also with warning. Sorry for the cough. Right there, I've got
Don't
something
be
in the back
sorry,
of my throat.
Liam. It's human.
Choking on a stream. Not the first time I've nearly died here. Hopefully, well, I definitely hope that's the last time. I don't want to die on stream. Literally, because if I die on stream, that would be the last time. But there we go. Safety car. Like that, I don't say it, Jez. What is your opinion on this safety car? The new Mercedes. It's very pretty, in my opinion.
Let me go on board with Chill. Yeah, it does look lovely. And actually, you could drive the safety car on this game.
Very quick.
Yeah.
I think it's the quickest supercar on this game. The Aston Martin, in comparison, a little bit slower.
If you have the Champions Edition,
you can.
If you have the Champions Edition, you can drive it.
Yeah, indeed, I have got the Champions Edition. I've got it twice technically, but yeah, safety car very good. I prefer the Aston Martin for looks, but for pure historical reasons, because Mercedes, if you don't know, they've been in Formula One. I think the safety car is since 1994, I believe.
Let me Google.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, Mercedes has been the safety car since '94. I think a few races it would have been different, but the first full race, the safety car was fully used at its maximum potential. That was 94 Imola.
I can actually tell you what the safety cars are. So there was a Porsche safety car for the 1973 Canadian Grand Prix.
First safety car used in history.
Yeah, and then there was another Porsche. Doesn't say what Porsche it was, but that was in the 1976 Canadian Grand Prix. The Lamborghini Countach 1983 Monaco Grand Prix. Fiat Tempra, the 1993 Brazilian Grand Prix. I do remember that race quite vividly, actually. Opel Vectra 1994 San Marino Grand Prix. Honda Prelude 1994 Japanese Grand Prix. I think basically they've got basically it was from 1973 to 1976 with the Porsche 914, blah blah blah. And the Lamborghini Diablo 1995 Canadian Grand Prix.
Ooh,
what a name! And good. Another Porsche 911 GT2 car actually. 1995 Belgian Grand Prix, it made its debut. Renault Clio 1996 Argentine Grand Prix, it made its debut. And then from around 96, you're very close, Liam, you're very close. Did you say 1994? You said 94 when the Mercedes came, but you were 2 years out. Was when the Mercedes came into Formula 1 with the safety car. So it was a C36 for 1 year, then it was the CLK55 for 1 year in 97. To 98, the CL55 from 99 to 2000, SL55 AMG 2001 2002, CLK55 AMG 2003, and then SLK55 AMG 2004 2005, 63 AMG 2006 2007. You get the picture. And we had more AMGs until 2014. Then we had the GTS from 2015 to 2017, a GTR from 2018 to 2001, and then we got the safety cars that we see, love and learn today. The Aston Martin Vantage, the green car that I absolutely love, from last year to the present day, and then the AMG GT Black Series, which is what we're seeing at the moment, even though it's red, which I don't understand why. It's confusing.
The Black Series because it's the rear ring, Jess. So that is a real feature on the car, that rear wing is.
Safety cars should be in this lap, but those were interesting facts about safety cars there. So you're welcome.
Indeed. And the Mercedes SLS, of course, that is what this Mercedes AMG is. It is based on the SLS, so that's been going since about 2010. as well. So that's the longest kind of era'd car as well. It'll be interesting to see the Diablo run, of course. That's a lovely supercar, I must admit. But we've got some racing to go. We've got an AlphaTauri on pole. And he's hopefully going to be, well, well, to be fair, he's still on pole because he's the lead car, so that's still a pole.
Yeah, technically, here comes Chill though.
Technically, I'm true, but let's get ready to go. 3, 2, 1. It'll be launching it right now, and away he goes. Mick's going to come with him down towards turn number 1, and these two on those fresh set of tyres. Are we going to see any manoeuvres into turn number 1? With yellow flags. McLaren off. Oh, contact there as Y&B and YHYY come together into turn 1. That's Chris. He's dropped it. Meanwhile, right at the back. So what in luck for Chris as they come through 2 into 3. Let's certainly hope they all keep it on the island, but they don't. Round goes Jasper in the middle of the pack. Has he got away with it? I think he might have got some damage. He has got ghosted. He's got some.
He got away with it. He got some damage, I think I can tell from his car, but not major damage, which is good. I think he's lost a bit of grip, so it might be end plate damage on his car potentially, but we'll find out soon if he chooses to go in the pairs. YHYY going for the move on the other Ferrari of Mick then. Let's see if he could do it heading in towards, I need to get what turn number
11.
Turn 11 then, and he's going to take the outside. Can he hold his line as he tries to get closing up to Chill? I think he does hold his line. Nice move from the Alfa Romeo up to second position as Cam tries to get past Ryan Belch. We're going up the crest. Very nicely done there as well, and go to the final part of the crest. They come in towards this back straddle. I wonder if Ryan Belch could go for the move again. He's lost a bit of time. He's lost a bit of time, so it means it's so much quicker. But keep an eye on him towards the end because the Haas will be quicker towards the end when the medium starts to die. Oh, YHYY's gone for the lead. YHYY's gone for the lead into the penultimate corner. Nicely done once again. I think Jill was caught napping there. And YHYY in the Alfa Romeo leads Miami Grand Prix. Our first change of leader since lap 1.
Yeah, of course, those medium tyres are fired up pretty well, but he will have to stop again. Those tyres will not go to the end of this race. So he's gambling on a safety car right now to win this race. Do not count Chill out of this one still. I mean, well, like I said, other cars jumping up position. Cam now up to 5th. He's having a storming comeback through the field from what happened to him earlier on. Ryan B in 4th. Mick in 3rd. Like you said earlier on, he's yet to stop. Further down the field, like I said, Jasper in the pit. Then Chris had a stop earlier on. I think I didn't stop, actually. He just spun. So he's got away with it. We got Mr. Wowster. Mr. Wowster. He's having a bit of a moment as he comes. Ryan B on Slayer. That's going to toss down the straight. Careful, Sunshines. Don't hit each other down the straight. Don't hit each other twice down the straight either. And now you get through nice and gently. There we go. No need to run reels. There's one car looking up in the background. That looked like it was an Aston Martin going a bit contact. That's going to be spinning. And these two are going to be careful here. Oh, Tickety don't go side by side up here. Oh, back out. Oh, they're going to go for it. There's going to be contact here.
Actually, that wasn't too bad.
They will get away with it.
They're going to get away with it. Oh.
They might not if they're not careful, but they do. But look how much time. Oh, they haven't. That's not Melty. Melty off. That's going to be a safety car, Jess. It is a safety car. And which of these two were ahead? I'm wondering. They're still racing each other down the straight. Who's leading between them? I think it would have been Major who got ahead because he's now stopped ahead. Now, what do you do? If I'm with everyone else, I'm going for a set of mediums right now. They will go to the end from here. YHYY, he might just get to the end, but he's going to leave this race. It's a word for him. It's a word for pretty much everyone. If these safety cars, longer the safety car stays up, more safety cars will get. That's going to help them in the long run. Chill, he's going to drop right down to the back of this field. That hasn't worked. Should he have pitted, Jess? Maybe.
He had to. He had to. His tyres were.
Well, I meant earlier, Jess, on the first stop. Should he have stopped now? Because look how much time he's dropped behind. I mean, it was a gamble to stay out. He had an option to come in. Everyone else seemed to have done behind. He didn't. And now he finds himself down in 14th position. And now YHYY's leading. Y and B in second. Cam, a second race in a row in America. Up in the top 3.
You said it now.
So far. And I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Cam, in America, he hasn't won an American Grand Prix until last week, according to him. He's currently on the podium today. Is he potentially going for a back-to-back American tour for the American? He would certainly love so, but
his tyres will be a bit questionable, so I don't think he will be the favourite to win this race. But I have to say, with Ryan B's first appearance in Division 3 this season, after being promoted from Division 4, he's he's doing a pretty decent job. So I think whoever decided that Ryan B should be put into Division 3, you get a brownie. You get a nice smile from me because he's doing really well. Obviously, ERT Jordan had decided to leave the league, so that's why there was a space for someone to get promoted. And Ryan B was obviously top of that championship by quite a lot, actually. But yeah, he's doing an outstanding job at the moment in P2, the leading car on the hard compounder tyres. And the other Ryan B is in 4th place on the hard compounder tyres as well. So we'll keep an eye on the hard runners, keep an eye on the mediums, keep an eye on everybody. As Jasper, well, he's a long way down the field, so he's going to take a while to catch up.
By the end of this lap.
You
I reckon, well, not the end of this lap, the end of next lap certainly, because they'd be gone there next lap. Jasper yet to do that because he had that mistake earlier on, got caught out. He just looked like he spun on his own. He wasn't helped. He just spun on his own, and that's turn 3. It's an easy corner to run out of the car. You come out of 2 and your tyres are really warm from it. It's a quick left, and then you come into the right, and it's slightly off cambered. It causes circuit has got dips and crests around it. It's so easy just to make a mistake, and that's what's cost him this afternoon. He made a small mistake. He went round. Up front, though, we've got, of course, and that is Valtteri Bottas' car. How do I know that? It's not the Chinese on the halo. That's the only way I know which is which. If you go to the major, I can have all the Chinese sponsorships, which I believe is for. I did some research, by the way. It's TikTok. It is the middle one I still don't know, and I think the first one is Facebook. It's the Meta logo, so it could be any of them. It could be Instagram, actually, but who knows half the time with which is which. But I definitely know the right one is TikTok, so there we go.
Yes.
Learning my logos slowly.
You are.
Still don't know what
You
the
are
middle
learning
one
your
is.
logos. You're doing a great job, Liam.
Yeah, still don't know what. Do you not know what the middle one is, Jess? You're a bit more tech social than me.
I don't know. Oh, you know. Oh, wait, hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm literally going to take a picture and because I have Google Lens on my phone, so I should be able to get the sponsor. How do I do Google Lens? There we go. And
learning sponsor with Jess.
Yeah, learning sponsors. Come on.
So you've got to hurry with it, Jess.
Bad news. It's not telling me what it is.
I think it's Facebook, Jess. The middle one. I'm looking. It might be.
I
I don't know.
the first one was Facebook Meta.
I don't know. I think
I'm
who
gonna
knows?
Google Joe's sponsors, but we will tell you guys at the end because we got a race.
Yes, we'll figure out for next week. We go brand new Joe's. Spoilers, Joe Grand, my apologies, sponsors. Meanwhile, here goes. YHYY back going again. Tell Ryan B's been left napping here at the start of this race. He has gone, so to be fair, as Slay, he's a long way back in the top 5 positions have just bolted. They've got a massive gap further down the field. A few cars looking for a potential move into turn 1, but no one's going for it just yet. YHYY though gets through turn 1. Ryan Bell in 2nd position. Camlo, he'll think better of it, lifts off. He knows more than anyone right now what it's like to win a race, and what you need to do to win a race is be nice and cool, collective, and do not, under any instant, do something you're going to regret. Indeed, Cam is not going to do something he's going to regret. He's backed off there, and I think he's backed off a little bit too much. Like, to be fair, he'll get a nice toe, and he might, to be fair, be able to go and get that 2nd position, because look how quick he's going. And, well, yeah, look, Ryan Bell's not using his ERS at all.
Ryan B, not Ryan Bell.
Ryan B is not using his ERS. Is it Ryan Belshaw, actually? Or he's still there?
No, Ryan Belshaw is the one in the Williams.
Oh, who knows anymore? Ryan Belshaw then attacking Ryan B. There's too many Ryans. They both got Ryan B. They've both got numbers in them. It's going to confuse me,
They're both in
Jess.
Mercedes-powered cars.
Both are kind of got silvery blue on them. Both of them kind of blend in, especially in between a Red Bull.
Here comes Ryan Belshaw then on Ryan B. Oh my goodness.
Let's see. If I was Ryan B, would you be covering it, or would you be sitting there right now? I don't think Ryan Belshaw's going for it. He might do, to be fair, in the brakes, but that's going to end in contact.
Jesus! That's been contact there from both of the drivers there.
Now, Ryans, be careful of each other. Send each other lots of loves, and don't take each other out, please. We don't want the Ryan B wars in Tier 3 right now. And they're keeping it on the island right now, which is all nice to see. Well, they did touch each other. We see that a few times, Jess, into that turn 17. It is easy corner, and this is the corner I mentioned. Look how it is slightly cambered. It's not cambered inward, it's cambered outward, so the rear tyres are going to be struggling through that. Meanwhile, look, Cam, here's the gap up front. Is it coming down? Is it going up? 1.5 seconds, the gap now to the leader. It was about 1.5. It's now down to 1.6, 1.7, so it's opening up a little bit, but Cam knows how to win a race here. He's run one race in the Sunshine State. Of course, the Sunshine State of Texas. We've got a yellow flag. We've got a pile up down there. That might be a safety car. And indeed, it is a safety car, I think. Have we got a safety car?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, safety car.
Yeah, it is a safety car.
And that is Mick out this race now. What's happened to Mick?
Yeah, it is Mick.
It was at turn number 8. We missed it slightly, but I was looking up through the field, but Mick out of this race. Another one then caught out by turn 8. I think there might have been contact with an AlphaTauri down there. There is only one AlphaTauri as well down the order. I'm going to have a look at the race director to have a look at the incident, see if I can see what happened down there. We're looking at Ferrari terminal damage. Doesn't say who is hit or what he's hit, but he's had contact with something or someone as he's dropped it on the curb. So easy to say. Like I said, turn 8's curb. It's so easy. Now, is anyone, Jess, gonna come in for another set of tyres? I wonder. I'll be surprised.
Softs last 9 laps.
Chris is in. Is that for a set of softs?
I think they can just about do it. I know optimum pace is around about 7 laps, but don't forget, safety car reduced pace. Yeah. So the more laps are in the safety car, soft tyres then.
The Ramsam as well, going for a set of softs and a new so that might be right. Look, was it Jasper in the Ramsam that's had contact?
Yes.
Not Jasper, Mick in the Ramsam. No nose on the hat. Now, yes, I might be putting 2 and 2 together here, but you never know. I mean, what's happened here? Matty and Majors to it. Now, this looks a bit interesting. Oh, there.
Oh, God. Naransan got a 5-second penalty for crossing the pit lane exit white line.
Has a little bit of a delta glitch right there, but they get each other sorted again, so that's good. Do you see they're back going underway again? These delta glitches, the scary things. They are very scary things, especially if you have to slow up very suddenly and the car behind you doesn't realise it. You under a virtual safety car. You're in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble very quickly, and it does make stewarding sometimes very entertaining. I've seen it.
As we found out.
Yes, luckily we haven't seen a virtual safety car incident from us to in our own stewarding and places around the entire world. But
the last stewarding bit we did was in Miami, actually.
Yes, it was Miami. It was quite a fun race for all the slightly issues.
You sure you were watching the same race?
I had fun, Jess. I can have fun with anything. But there was a lot of incidents. To be fair, though, I'm starting to think it might be the circuit. It has been very clean. We've had a few incidents here and there, a few cars losing wings and whatnot, but it does seem to be a Miami-related issue, I think. This circuit, like I said earlier on, it is difficult. Very, very difficult. So many cars have been caught out up and down the field, and like I said, we've got 2 cars now on the soft. Chris and Ramsam, safety car, if I'm correct, should come in on lap 20 to 21. So, that's 9-10 laps. They're going to be struggling. Ramsam in again. Is this for
another set of softs?
He could do it if he wants to. If he wants another set of softs, he could go for it. And Mick has left the session. Another set of softs. 5-second time penalty as well. Good call.
Chill, no!
Where's he? How's he done that? Ignoring yellow flags.
Delta glitch again? Did someone over? Well, I think in the rule book, if you illegally overtake on the safety car and the game lets you get away with it, you will get a time penalty for it. So if Chill got overtaken in a safety car, if I was Chill, I will report it.
That's very interesting. I don't know exactly what's happened there, but it was ignoring yellow flag. So a late yellow flag infringement. If he doesn't stop again, that might be taken away. But like I said, Naramsam going to keep the safety car. No, probably won't give the safety car out another lap. He's going to catch the back of the field by the time they get down the straight. So there we go. Right, H-Slope. Man on a mission. Cam not too far behind and still in this race. Oh, these mediums all go to the end now, Jess, because we had 6 laps under the safety car, and that's exactly what they were hoping to do. I tell you, if I'm chilled right now, I'm going to be pretty angry with himself. And not with himself, he kind of made a bit of bad strategy call. Should he have stopped the first time around? Probably. Did he know we were going to get another safety car later on?
I think that's probably what the cause was. I think he thought there was only going to be one safety car. And safety cars don't bring him much luck in this league, it seemed. It didn't bring him luck last week, did it?
No, certainly didn't, but getting racing underway. It's a few minutes time, 9 and a bit laps to go. Then YH leads the field away. Then we've got the rest of the field. Ryan B still on for its potential. First podium of the season. First race, first podium. That's a statement, isn't it? Potentially. Still got a chance of this championship if things go his way, as we are back racing again as YHYY leads the field away down towards turn 1. Good start for him, though, saying that. Cam staying with him. Cam really staying with him then. And Cam thinks better of it. Yellow flags in the background. Chill off the road. And Chill having an issue at the back. He's lost his front wheel. Comes straight in the pit lane. Meanwhile, Ryan B going battle. Cam's made a mistake and Cam's under pressure. Cam has a mistake here. Is now going to be fought for it. At turn number 1, he's had contact as well. We've got a pile up. Pile up in the background there. Looks like 1, 2, 3 cars involved. And that there, the other Ferrari now has contact.
And that's
Jasper. Jasper has an issue. Naramsab, I think, got caught up in that. Certainly caught up with Slayer. Another car going wide. There is a McLaren now getting a little bit caught out. All sorts of carnage. Jasper picks up a 3-second time penalty as well for exceeding track limit.
Here comes
All
Chris.
of a sudden, a lot of drama going on in this race. Matty up the inside. There's almost 3 abreast. Oh, there is in the wall. There's contact. Huge accident there. That is a boat. That's going to be a safety car. And that was a horrendous accident there. And I do not know why Matty squeezed him. Certainly, yep, safety car straight out. That there, I do not know why Matty decided to squeeze him right up to the pit, well, up to the wall right there. This kink slightly. Abode wasn't going to back out. He was alongside him. There were 3 abreast. Contact down the straight into the wall. Abode with damage. Matty out of this race. We are going to have
You don't go 3
sprint.
wide there. You do not go 3 wide there, that's for sure.
You can go 3 wide around there, but they were running so close to each other.
Yeah, you need to give each other space. Come on.
They'll be in the pit. Ryan H is in the pit. Everyone surely would be in the pit right now for a set of softs.
Why's not in?
Major in.
Cam's not.
Seeing a repeat of a
Why
few
are
races
these guys not coming in for softs? They can make it.
Look at them. There's one to mark. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them in the pit lane. I wouldn't be surprised to see Slayer in as well as Chill if he's got damage. 5-second time penalty for Slayer.
Chill did pit, don't forget.
Yeah, Chill did pit, but he's a long way down. Look at that amount of
Yeah,
time
he's got no
lost
damage, so he'll stay out. I think that safety car has saved him a little bit. But don't forget, the top 12 in this league will get points. So it is not over. Now, it's brought Abood back into play, even though he's got damage. Because you never know, anything could happen. Nansram's got a penalty. So has Jasper. Literally anybody in this field could win this race unless you got a penalty. I'm sorry. If you got a penalty, then
never say never.
Kiss your chances goodbye unless you can get that removed. Like I can't remember who. Wait, Chill did not get that. Oh yeah, he had to serve his 5-second penalty, didn't he? So I don't think
we
get
have stops. So yeah, we won't get it removed. But you know what? He's still in this race. It's not all over yet. He can still come back into it. So never say never for him. We've seen it before. We'll see it again one day. He's got. If he wants to do it, he has what 7 laps to do. How many overtakes? 16 of them. Well, not 16 because he'd be finished P0 if he did that. 15 overtakes. Could happen. Unlikely to happen, but I've seen more interesting. I've seen weirder things happen.
I've seen someone come from last night. I've seen someone come from 11th on the safety car restart to finish 2nd. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. So if you're lower down the field, you think, oh, I'm never going to get to the top. Well, anything can happen on this game. With these new cars, you can overtake more. You can go side by side for just a little bit longer. As I think Nick's just joined again, probably going to help his teammate out a little bit, which is great to see. I don't think you're allowed to leave anyway, so good for that. And I think Matty, is very disappointed. I'm looking at the chat to see any hard feelings. Nothing from Matty yet, I don't think. And I've just seen you, Liam, posting a picture of the the harbour, in quotation marks, which looks real on the game more than in real life, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got real water in the game. In the game, it's actually real water. It does actually move a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got a bit confused when I saw it in real life.
Doesn't move. So the game did it right. There we go. It's an actual little marina, and I want to say it does look very pretty on the game, as you can see it there. Water looking splendid, all flowing as well, and like real life. I mean, to be fair, it does make the boats look. The boats do look a little bit untextured, but we'll ignore. We'll blush over that temporarily. We are here in Miami. If you're just joining us in for League of Europe, we're in 1941 local time. If you are in the UK or wherever you are in the world, let us know down in the comments where you're watching from, wherever you are. If it's from Antarctica to the North Pole, from, I don't know,
Australia, New Zealand,
Australia to Mars to Brazil. You can be watching on Pluto if you want. I mean, if you're from Pluto, hello. I don't know how long it would take for the stream to get to Pluto. It might take a couple of days.
Longer than that, Liam.
What a bit.
Way longer than that. But don't forget, in half an hour's time, Division 2 and Division 4 will be on. So if you want to see some more league racing action around Miami, catch them then. And there's also Division 1 that's just about to finish their race as a safety car is in this lap. Hopefully the last safety car, Liam, touch wood. I probably jinxed myself, but who cares? As YYY leads, Cam in second. Ryan B could be a contender. Valve could be a contender. Anyone could be a contender. And don't forget, Liam, we've got to pick 3 drivers of the days for today, because we pretty much forgot last week and Larkin had to remind us. But let's see how YHYY does with this restart. Does he get underway? He's gone. He's gone. What a restart from YHYY then. Cam's been caught napping. Ryan B, I think, been caught napping as well. Marty had a good restart as well. Don't forget, he spun quite a bit in his race, and he's still up to 5th. It shows that the safety car did help him a little bit. Ryan Belshaw has dropped a few positions. I think Chris got past him. There was almost a bit of contact from both of them. They're close on the gearbox. Oh, that was very tight indeed. A bit of weaving going on, it looks like, heading towards turn number 3. As Cam has got the race lead. Cam's got... Why dropped it? Have they both made contact?
Yeah, he's dropped. Yeah, his front wing's gone. YHYY's gone off somewhere then, so he's lost his nose.
Did he make contact with Cam?
Has he made contact with Cam, or has he dropped on his own? That's the thing that's yet to be seen. But Cam leads this race here in the Miami Autodrome, then at the Hard Rock Stadium. He'll lead them then around, and this would be an absolute miracle if he can win 2 on the road. Then in America, Ryan B. Chris has had trouble as well. He's got another car going off on the road. It's all sort of mayhem then. And this is what we're looking at. A load of cars on the softs, a load on the mediums as well. If I was Ryan B, he can still win this race, you know. That Ryan B 1291. He's on the softs. If these tyres can fire up, he's going to have to overtake 1, 2, 3, 4 cars to try and get Cam. Cam right now needs to push as hard as he can. Mr. Wowzer, by the way, up in 3rd position again. He's still on the chance for this 2nd position. He still has a chance for victory. Like, if he tells that, that's not going to help him. Goes deep, and now all of a sudden, he's going to be tight. It's going to be rubby if we're not too careful. And let's see us look up the inside. Ryan B's coming through it. Up the inside goes the Aston Martin on the AlphaTauri. And they're going to slightly rub wheels if they're not too careful on the exit as well. This is all going to allow Ryan B to go around the outside of 1 if he can, but he'll have the inside. It's going to be a brave opportunity if he wants up the inside. Look at Jasper though, trying to go around the outside as well, and they're going to touch these 2. And he's going to have to back out of it because this is awkward. This is all going to help Cam a little bit right now. Around the outside into turn number 8. And the long way around. Can he do it? No, they don't. They've touched, and that's all going to cause mayhem. And now there's a pile-up. And that, unfortunately, that was all caused, unfortunately, by Ryan and Jasper coming together. We might get a safety car. We might not if we're lucky. Matt Tibbles was the one involved. He got really caught out of that one. A boat up the inside of Ghost, and he's now up another position as well. Up the inside comes the AlphaTauri, and these guys all of a sudden a little bit rubbing racing right now. They are going like it's pretending it's like NASCAR a little bit right now. Nothing wrong with NASCAR and IndyCar. There's to be fair, IndyCar more accurate, to be fair, because they do race at 3 circuits. Very similar to this. I actually wouldn't be surprised to see IndyCar race at this circuit, to be perfectly honest. But Cam, 1.7 seconds lead. If he can get to lap 27, there will not be a chance of a safety car. The chances of can he get to lap 27 yet to be seen. Meanwhile, a boat going on the Ramsam. The Ramsam not going to fight that too heavily up the inside. Goes a boat down the brakes. Ryan B gets contact again with another car, and here comes Jasper. Second time of ours. He's almost on the curb. He has to force the initiative. He gets past Ryan B. Is Ryan B going to say, I'm going to come straight back through? There's going to be contact. There is. And that was always going to happen right there. 3 into 1. That's not going to work. And now he's out there. And that might be a safety car this time around.
Safety car. Out. I won't be surprised if it's a safety car.
And all of a sudden, Jess, from...
It's off the circuit, so it could not be...
He might get away with it. We're on lap 26,
Matt
27,
Tibos is in. Matt Tibos is in.
You know what, Jess? We might not get a safety car here.
Oh,
that's
a shame.
We might not. We're on lap 26 of 29. No, we're not. I think there isn't enough time to get a safety car in. So, if it is, it'll be a 1 lap.
I've seen it before in Abu Dhabi Division 3. You can watch that probably after this. There was a safety car that came around about now, and it came in with 1 lap to go. So there we go. So Abood has got past Ryan B, but Ryan B will be ahead on penalties anyway. There's a lot of argy-bargies going on at the moment, but the ones on the mediums and the hard tyres, they're just sitting pretty right now. They're not getting involved in any squabbles, and, well, at least the top 2 are not. But Jasper could be getting close to Valter very soon as well. We're about to start lap 27 of 29. So at the end of lap 27, there'll be no safety car as, well, I know certain drivers got him...
No grip. Oh, car off, Jess. Got a car off. That's an Ramsam's dropped in. He's going to get caught up nearly with another contact then. He almost went straight into where Chill is. Chill's still in this race, though, to be fair.
He is.
Somehow Chill is still going. Meanwhile, he got all sorts of cars squabbling down the 2 McLarens together. We've got Major trying to come through. Outside line, he's almost pushing the car ahead. Now he's going to go to the outside line. I think Chris has said, I'm letting you through right now. I don't want to battle this. I want to get to us. I want to score some points.
Fair enough.
Right now, if he finishes, it's top 12, isn't it? In here.
Yeah, it is top 12, and if you get fastest lap, inside the top 12, you get a point. But White Trial Wires at the moment, there's a bit of contact from Ryan Belcher again, and Chill doesn't really want to fight this, but he's got to be careful.
He's going to get pit maneuvered. Oh, he's so nearly. They're going to touch again. This is the situation right now, and please don't try and make it free. One of the brakes they're going to, and one of them's going to have to back up. They all tuck underneath each other. Now they're going to be 3 wide, nearly again on the exit. 2 by 2, and there's contact, there's damage. Ryan Belshaw's lost his front wing, Jess. The front wing has gone. That is why he's struggling, as these 2 squabble away now. And they're still going at it, these 2. Chill then, trying to go to the inside line now and use the ERS. And now use as much power as he can on the exit. But they're both using it, both pushing as hard as they can. What's here? Ryan Belshaw's going to try and come and get the pair of them again. They're going to go 3 and wide then. Up the inside line, they're going to get more contact. Late on the break comes Belshaw. They touch each other again on the exit. Now they're going to be all sorts of pile-ups near on the exit as they all bunch up and they're all squabbling around. Here is Major's going to have to back out of this one if he's not too careful. He's almost going to put on the curb by Naramsam. Mr. Walster and Jasper battling. Jasper now up to 3rd position in this race. And he is Fly. Major now in 8th. Naramsam off the road in 9th. As he comes back on, there's the McLarens go through. Well, Jess, these guys are being very aggressive. As they're still touching.
They've got to improve on their driving styles, because I think for some of them
it's not
on.
Miami. I'm starting to think it's Miami. Tottenham. And there we go.
Off.
This is just seems to be a Miami issue, Jess. I've seen it a few times. And off. And that is now Matt Tibos off into the wall as well. This is just a Miami... Well, Miami night.
Miami things, let's just say.
Miami things. I don't blame any of the drivers for this right now. I've seen it in other...
if the top 2 don't bottle it, they're going to stay the top 2. But which order?
I hope so.
Which order? That is the question, because Ryan B is catching.
Yeah, 1.2 seconds to lead, but all sorts of drama. Meanwhile, is Matt Tibos, new nose on his car. Meanwhile, further down the field, I think they finally sort themselves out into a little bit of an order right now.
Major.
Yep, Major. He's having a look down on Ryan B. Is he down the straight? He's a bit brave. He's got no ERS. Of course, DRS is enabled, but he won't be taking a dive. Both of them with no ERS. Up front, though, last lap of this race. This is going to be... I want to say he was going to win this. He's still got 1 second the gap. He's still got, 19 corners to do. It will be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster right now for Cam. Of course, if he does it, which he potentially still can, Ryan being second. Jasper, by the way, a strong recovery. He has got a 5-second stop go. Has a 5, I think what's the penalty he's got situation? He's got 3 seconds. So Mr. Wowster looks like he might get a podium, or will he? Because he's just gone off the road himself, and he's losing a bit of time right now.
2 seconds behind the boot now. Yeah,
I think Jasper might get this. These two are going to be the battle for the podium right now between these guys up front. 9/10 the gap between the top two. As here comes a boat. Is he going to try and snatch away Jasper? Jasper's going to have to try something. What can he do? Is nothing is the answer. He's going to save his ERS for the time being. He might try and lunge on back down the outside, but he'll have to back off it. Ryan B is going to have one opportunity at this one if he wants to win this race. He's caught up a lot. A lot. Cam's going to have to cover this one. He's really going to have to cover if he wants to win. He gets a good exit. If it's around 6/10, he might still have a shot. He's going to have to burn all the rest. He's going to have to cover the middle of the circuit. But he's going to have to make a decision right now, because if he's close, Ryan B might take a lunge at the last opportunity. He's too far back. Is it? He's going to late break it, trying to go on the outside. He's not going to quite do it. Cam, he won at Cota. He comes through the last corner. He's gonna win here in Miami. Cam, the American, wins 2 at the trot. It means the American double. And that is gonna be an impressive performance. He probably can't believe it. Jasper there does go down to 5th position at the end by a few thousandths of a second. We've got a car off. That is Mark Tibos off the road as everyone slots themselves through down the order. Slayer in 12th. 13th in the Ramsam, Y8YY 14th. Matt Tibos is going to finish 15th. Cam's done it again in the Sunshine State.
Well, I didn't think he would do it, but he had the pace, didn't he, around Miami? So I'm very impressed. And Ryan B, to be honest, if there was one more lap, Liam, I think Ryan B would have had him. I think Ryan B would have had him if there was one more lap. So really good effort from him in this race. Solid debut in Division 3. Very impressed with his effort. And to be honest, if he was in Division 4, he probably would have dominated that race by quite a margin. So it's nice to have him fight for it in Division 3 as a Bood. A Bood's in P3, ladies and gentlemen, and he had issues earlier, so that just shows that you never give up in Division 3, and Chill's in 4th position. So I think Chill, could he hold on to his championship lead? Or I don't know.
He might do.
He might do, but it'll be very close between the others as well. But we're just waiting for Matt Tibos to cross the line, I think. And that'll be it.
I'll tell you what, Cam's making a likely challenge for this title right now, Jazz. That's 2 he's won. That's the most winners. He's, where is he, Cam? 3rd in the championship right now, 33 points. I think Cam, gap between 1st and 4th, what, it's 10 points? He might not get it, so I think Chill's still going to lead this title. Camlo is going to be in 2nd. Chris is going to be dropping down a few positions. Abode as well is going to be up a few positions. So that battle for this championship starter heats up next week at Monza. It's certainly looking a little bit frosty right now, but Cam, 2 times on a row. 4th in the first, 4 points in the first race, 4 points in the second, then got the 25. He's got the 25 again. He's really making an unlikely challenge right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And to be fair, it doesn't matter where you qualify for Cam, he still likes to finish where he is at the moment. So, yes, I could say the stewards are going to be busy because, to be honest, the first half of the race was pretty clean. But when the final safety car came, all hell broke loose, to be honest. So that's why I should shut up when I talk about stuff like this. But anyway, yes. So let's run through your order before Mr. Evil Jagger does some interviews whilst I go and set up for my race. So Cam wins from Ryan B in 2nd, Abood in 3rd, Chill in 4th, Jasper 5th, Valter 6th, Ryan Belshaw in 7th, Ghost 8th, Harry F 9th, Major 10th, Chris 11th, and Slayer gets your final point. No fastest lap points because that belongs to YHYY. You don't get points if you're outside that. Nanshram 13th, YHYY 14th, Matt Tibbles in 15th. Then your retirements are Marty, Matty, Mick, Melty, and the Leddy. Too many M's, Liam. But whilst I set up for my race, should we go and interview Mr. Cam and our podium sitters? Should we do a Bood first? Let's get a Bood first. I'll let you do that whilst I go and get set up.
I'll also drag Mr. Abode in to the lovely little thing. And Abode, can you hear us? Why don't you unmute yourself? There we go. Abode, can you hear us? But no, is your mic on?
Can you hear
Question
me?
mark? Yep, I can hear you now. Hello. So, podium, back on it again, and a hectic race for you up and down the field. There was a lot of instances you were at the back at one point, it looked like, and now up the front at the end. And take us through that race. It looked pretty hectic from our POV.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, first of all, I don't know what happened in the VSC. There was like a 15-second gap between the
Delta
people at
glitch.
the back, and yeah, and that was the first sign of trouble. I was like, uh, that's gonna make my race much harder if I wanna get a good result. But then, literally the next lap, I was braking normally, and suddenly the rears locked up into the final hairpin, and I just lost the car, got wing damage. So I was forced to pit, and yeah, from then I was just pitting, doing my own race, hoping for a safety car, and then yeah, we saw like 2 or 3 more safety cars, which helped me, of course. Then in the second last safety car restart, it was about to be 3 wide between me, Ghost, and Matty, I think, and then
Yeah.
I was on the inside on the far left, but Matty didn't leave me enough space, and our tires just got glued together, and yeah, we had contact. So then I also thought my race was over at that point, but then a safety car came out, and I decided that was the perfect time for some such set of softs, because in my Wednesday league race I didn't pit for a set of softs in the end, uh, and um and I lost out. So I learned from that mistake, and I went for the soft, and thankfully it paid off. Stayed out of trouble, and yeah, pretty unexpected good result.
Yeah, certainly indeed. So congratulations on your podium, but I don't think we're getting second in. I would love to see if Ryan B did join us. But we'll drag in Mr. Camelam then. So let's drag in the man, the myth, and the American dream, Mr. Cam. The USA is your home. USA is your home on the game. USA just seems to be your favourite place right now. 2 on the trot. And, well, I theorised you might be hoping to do well here. It certainly seems, especially like we said after the stream last week, you're going to go for it. It's worked quite well for you then in the end.
Yeah, I guess you can say it has.
Yeah, of course, though. Had to work for it then, and, of course, YHYY, can you take us through what happened there? Did he drop it? Was there something wrong? Because we cut to him, he had no nose all of a sudden.
We turned into, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We turned into about turn 5 for the S's, and he just lost the car on entry. I was nowhere near him, so it was a bit gifted.
A bit gifted, of course, and you really gained a lot out of those safety cars. And I mean, a lot of people went on the softs at the end, but they just ended up having squabbles between each other. You worried when you saw the amount of people coming in the pits that you might get swallowed up near the end if they managed to get through?
I did a bit, but I, as you said, I figured they would start fighting amongst each other, and I had a couple cars in between me and them, so my fight was really only with the other guys on the mediums and the hards. Once I saw we were pulling away.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, talking of America, of course, you did win at Kota last week. You won at Miami. Is this redemption for another race that was stolen from you at Miami if you were in another place somewhere?
Absolutely.
I thought you were going to say that, of course. And coming up next week at Monza, a circuit which, Cam, I remember you won my first ever race I commentated, and you won there. So you going to try and make it 3 in a row?
I hope so.
Yeah, hopefully, bit of wet roller.
I haven't had much luck recently at Monza, but
well, there's always a start. I mean, it seems I'm your lucky charm. It seems right now. Here, Monza in 7 days' time as to Aboden as well. I'll go to Abode quickly. Your thoughts on Monza as a circuit?
Yeah, I really enjoy that circuit, as you know, it's known as the Temple of Speed, and I haven't had a league race at Monza in this game yet, so it's gonna be so I'm looking forward to it.
Indeed, Cam. What's your opinions on Monza? Of course, I know you like it there a little bit. You had some unlucky, like you said, but of course, you have won there in other places before. And of course, was it 2020? I mean, it was 2020. You won there last time I commentated on you there. When you were driving a Ferrari that day in the pouring rain at Monza. It was a pretty emotional day for me, nearly a little bit there. But you like Monza? What's your opinion of that?
It's fun when you have a good race, and sucks when you have a bad race.
Well, isn't that any race?
The slipstream is going to be incredibly important. If you don't have that, then you're not going to be competitive. So.
Yeah, indeed. Slipstream, of course, ERS uses as well. I mean, Cam, you didn't use as much ERS at the beginning because right at the end you ran out of it. ERS seems to be a really big thing around here. Does around on this game? If you don't have ERS, you're in a lot of trouble.
I think you can say that for most tracks. I don't feel like I've had much trouble with ERS management here specifically, mostly because it's a lot of hard braking. But ERS is doubly important, I think, from last game.
Yeah, indeed, certainly seems to be. Jess, any questions to our podiums or any words to our podium sitters?
I think you pretty much nicked mine, Liam. But I'd just like to say congratulations to both of you on the podium, and good comebacks from you both to get into the top 2 positions there. So congratulations, and we'll see what you guys can do at Monza. So yeah.
Drive of the days. Before we forget it, we got to drive of the days.
Oh yeah, we got to do that because Larkin begged for us to pick them. So
I'm gonna choose Cam.
I'm gonna choose a Bode, not because they're in the party or anything, but a Bode had a nice comeback to finish where he did. So I'm gonna give it to him.
Quick thing. I just forgot. I forgot about this until now. The entire first stint, I had minor wing damage.
Even stronger race. Who's our third driver?
I think should we give it to Ryan B?
Should we ask Cam and a Bode? Who do you think the other driver of the day should be?
Up until the last couple laps. Why?
Bode, what about you? Who do you think's gonna be? Who do you think's the driver of the day in your opinion?
I think I'm gonna go with Ryan B in the Mercedes because isn't it his debut in D2?
Yeah.
Should we do Ryan B then? Because it is his first race in D3 and he did really well. So our driver of the day nominees are Cam Abood and Ryan Belshaw. Ryan B in the Mercedes. So there you go, Larky. You can't complain at us now because we picked them.
But yeah. I'll let you round it off, Jess, as well, from what has been a incredible race here at Miami.
Yes, we head from the continent of North America to the continent of Europe next week for the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. So that should be very, very exciting indeed. But don't forget, if you want to watch more League of Europe action tonight, we've of course got Division 2 and Division 4 on at 8:10 this evening in just over 5 minutes time with J. Cole commentating on that one. I can't remember who's joining alongside him. In Division 4, we've got Packer as well. So thank you for listening. I got to go for my league race, but for everybody else, make sure you watch all the streams, and we will see you next week for Monza. How will the championship fare next week? We'll have to wait and see. We will see you soon, and goodbye.